Welcome ladies and gentlemen to my Let's Play of Ace Combat 7 Skies Unknown Blind Episode 2. Last episode we defended our base from being attacked and I was learning the controls. Thankfully the controls were very similar to Ace Combat Infinite on the PS3, so it weren't that much of a needing to learn controls again. Anyway, let's continue.
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Osean carriers currently at sea. Hold on, I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Usea, has been seized by the Erusian army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Usea, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Osean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Usean peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Osean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Usea was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head-to-head, and the so-called righteous Oseans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Useans, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Usea, paid for by the Oseans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusia, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusia went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusia didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer. In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Ocean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye. I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship, too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusia, on the opposite side of the Yuzian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats. And the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out, and set the dogs on me.
Mission 2. Charge the enemy.
Erusia has made a declaration to the Ocean Federation and all countries on the Yuzian continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusia are currently appearing throughout Yusia. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns. Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent. We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advance element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat. However, there is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support. If that happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
So attack ground troops and possible air. I'm gonna have to that's a lot of ground troops. Not that many actually, I'll think about it. What's this? You can You can to attain air. Okay, there's been some grammar mistakes here, but let's go with it. You can to obtain aircraft weapons and aircraft parts at the aircraft tree to gain the upper hand in missions. I think that's meant to say you can purchase to attain aircraft stuff. Oh well, let's have a quick look at the aircraft tree before we go into the mission. Points are rewarded depending on your performance in missions and matches. They can be exchanged for new aircraft, special weaponry and upgrade parts on the aircraft tree. You receive them in campaign mode for each mission you complete and in multiplayer mode for each match you play. The better your performance, determined by your completion time, number of kills, etc., the more points you can obtain. Use MRP in the aircraft tree to obtain more powerful aircraft, weaponry and upgrade parts, giving you the more of a fighting chance in the air. Items on the aircraft tree are connected by lines. To unlock an item, you usually need to unlock the item before it on the same line. Some items, however, require you to meet certain conditions before you can gain access to them. When you acquire a new aircraft, you will automatically be given a special weapon, but the remaining two need to be purchased with MRP. Spend your MRP wisely, as you cannot dispose of any aircraft, weaponry or upgrade parts once you have obtained them, and spent MRP cannot be refunded. Makes sense. Some aircraft and special weaponry are better suited to anti-air combat, others to anti-surface combat. The key to success in the mission lies in choosing the appropriate setup. Aircraft types: fighter, boasts excellent maneuverability, ideal for air-to-air combat. Multi-role, adapt well to various of combat situations while not exceeding in any particular area. Attacker, sturdy craft capable of excellent anti-surface combat. Special weaponry types: air-to-air for dealing with aircrafts, air-to-surface for dealing with targets not in the sky. Other, possess characteristics that belong to neither of the above categories. Parameters: speed refers to the aircraft's flight speed. Mobility refers to the aircraft's movability. Stability refers to the aircraft's reliability. Air-to-air refers to the aircraft's anti-air capabilities. Air-to-surface refers to the aircraft anti-surface capabilities. Defense refers to the aircraft's durability. So I'm guessing if the bar is all the way up in defense, you can take a ton of rockets or missiles. And cost: aircraft, special weaponry and upgrade parts have varying costs that only apply in multiplayer mode. Some rooms in multiplayer mode feature cost restrictions, acquiring an aircraft below a certain cost for your players to join. Okay, that was a bit of a tutorial. And it looks like we've got a bunch of aircraft we could buy straight off the bat. And there's a padlocked area. Okay. I might keep to the F-16C for the time being because I really don't know what these aircraft will be like. The F-2A, that's decent all around actually. Can't afford it. F-14D I can't afford anyway. The Mirage 2005, like 2000-5, still too expensive, and the MiG-29A, again too expensive, so I can't afford anything. What's this anyway? This will be unlocked when you reach the rank of Airman First Class. So I'm guessing that's something to do with multiplayer. Oh well. So it looks like I've got to stick with this plane. What have we got? We got short range aerial suppression missiles and guided penetrated bombs. I'll buy both of those, but I think I'm going to stick with the 4 air-to-air missiles because of possible actually I might go with the SAM. Oh well, let's start the mission. F-16C. Yeah, I'll have the SAM missiles on because it's an airburst missile, and if they're about to fade, it will explode. So yeah, it's useful against agile aircrafts. Any parts I can attain, I'm not even going to bother reading this, I don't think. How to it. Perishable with MRP in the aircraft tree. These parts power up your aircraft and special weapons, giving them special attributes. You can equip your aircraft with these parts when editing an aircraft set or before you're sorting. Upgrade parts boost various features that are divided into the following categories. Body, boost an aircraft speed, maneuverability, durability, etc. Arms, boost the power up of machine guns, standard weapons and special weaponry, etc. Miscellaneous, enhance the aircraft in ways not outlined above. Slot limits. Each upgrade part takes up a certain amount of slots. Certain aircraft have limits on these number of slots and that they have, which are divided into body, arms and miscellaneous. You cannot place upgrade parts on your aircraft that go beyond the slot limits, as well as a limited number of slots. You also have a limit on how many overall upgrade parts you can add. Each aircraft can only be equipped with up to 8 upgrade parts. Some upgrades parts have the same name but different effects, different levels. The higher the level, the stronger the effect. However, it will also take up more space. You cannot assign more than one upgrade part of the same name to an aircraft, even if it is of a different level. Some parts are exclusive to campaign or multiplayer mode. Okay. We got a part for free, which is the light ballistic level 1. Increases my aircraft speed and movability. Let's equip that. And yep, got equipped. Okay, let's go sortie. Damn, that took a long time.
Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
They tell me that. Alright, let's go and get these guys. Ah, so that's how I level up my aircraft.
It's popping off now, Trigger. The war has officially begun.
Page 2, locking. Careful, the enemy has a lock. Target destroyed. 5 to go.
I've noticed how they've actually got the air stall detailed on the use the machine gun on him, on the actual vehicle as well, which is a very good eye to detail. Can I get that HCP? Yep. Ah, I missed. I'll just ignore it. It's only an APC.
Fox 2, Fox 2. Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage in
Oh blame me, I almost hit the tree.
enemy interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
Wilco, here they come. Take them down. Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellite.
Where's the missile coming from? Coming from in front. A couple of them.
Vehicle down.
These aircraft are starting to get on my nerves. No, you don't. Point blank, shoved it right up his arse. Okay, let's go and circle this guy.
Page 2, Fox 2.
I'm getting better at that. No, you don't. As I was saying, I am getting better at controlling this aircraft. I've learned by accident how to put a high G-force turn. Ah, damn it. Okay, I'm going to go for the objective, which is just down below me.
Enemy will crash in a residential area.
Just worry about staying alive for now. Bandit is in my sights.
Let's get the gas tank.
Radar vehicle's destroyed, but the interceptor shows no sign of retreating. Take it out. Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can.
Enemy transports are taxiing.
Okay, we got... Ah, they didn't say you could dodge me. Nice!
Their allies on the ground were taken out. Can't say I blame them.
Watch out. The enemy has a rocket.
No, they're not linked to the radar.
Yeah, and this with Theo would be great. Oh, shh! More missiles.
Write your manuals in a language we can understand. Wait, so you want us to take down the enemy without damaging any public facilities? That's gonna be a circus. APCs are going to hide.
Hey, where are you going? Doesn't matter, I missed.
Target.
Alright, let's go at a distance so I can circle around this guy. There we go.
Column 3, box 2.
These machine guns, and he's down.
Targets remaining.
Will you? Jeez, that missile has some turn on it.
Locked.
Enemy transport destroyed. There's more.
Target is hit. 4 targets remaining.
Okay,
Bandit, right on your tail. Column 2, you can't go after our
Whew.
target.
that was close.
I'm in his blind spot. He's mine.
Whoa! Jesus!
Focused.
3 targets remaining.
What the hell was that plane equipped with?
Destroyed. But
Box 2.
carry.
Box 2. Target destroyed.
Missile fired. Evading. The enemy's traveling a long way, so they're trying to end this quickly. He's mine.
Yeah, screw him.
The enemy has a lock on you.
Yeah, I got a lock on him too.
Launch preparations complete. Bolts are free. Whenever you're ready. Stand clear, 15 meters. UAVs ready to launch. Away.
Okay, what the? What in the?
What happened? Status report.
Multiple bogeys on radar. They're close.
Wait, they're being launched.
You're clear to engage.
Okay.
They're probably hostile.
Judging by the way they look and move, they gotta be drones. Well spotted, Cloud. No doubt about it, we're dealing with UAVs. But that
Whoops.
doesn't change a thing. Just think of them as somewhat clever decoys. Take them all down. These drones have great agility. All aircraft. You know what high G turns are, right? Use them. HQ, this is
That's what we got figured out
Bandits confirmed as UAVs.
earlier.
Repeat, bandits are drones.
Okay, so now got some bloody drones.
It doesn't matter. He's saying the war can change in an instant. Get over it. Yeah, I just wish they'd give us a bit more warning. Enemy UAV confirmed destroyed. Hell yeah. Column Squadron, you're not gonna let
I
Mage
can't
get
even
all the
see where
glory,
this
are ya?
UAV is.
3 enemies to go.
There he is. Oh, that's quite far. I know, freaking maneuverable. Get back here, you son of a gun. Missed. Come on, hit.
Column Squadron, surround him.
Yes, got him.
I'm buying dinner for anyone who takes down an enemy.
Well, you're buying me 2 dinners then, mate.
You're doing good.
Made that 3.
One to go. Let's get through this without any casualties.
Okay, let's go after this target. It looks like it's the last one.
I'm glued to this one.
And this one's being a tricky little bugger to get. There he is.
The aircraft is icing up. I'm getting a warning.
Get out of the clouds. The ice will melt.
Don't ice up in there. Low on missiles.
This. Get out of these
Nice
damn
kill,
clouds.
Trigger. Enemy aircraft confirmed down.
The skies are clear. Nice work, everyone.
Is that it?
Mission complete. RTB.
No casualties. We couldn't have done any better. Returning to base.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days. You shoot, someone gets killed. The guys in charge take care of the rest.
Well, he's got a good point. You fire those missiles, someone's going to get killed. And I'm going to skip that, because we don't need a replay.
You've given us air superiority by destroying their radar. The first barrier keeping us from retaking the space elevator is gone. Now is the time to group up and begin the counteroffensive. Let us reclaim what is ours.
Well, that's a debriefing, I'm guessing. Let's just quickly skip all this. We've got quite a bit of cash now. A few targets. Wow, I took out 41 targets. Not bad. Not bad at all. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, ciao.